the Blast. If you're a Counter-Strike fan, this is very much your interests, because I think you might know we've talked a lot about Refresh. Refresh are the parent company that own the Blast, and what did I tell you they were going to do? I told you they were going to try and get some positive PR spin. Now, why do they need positive PR spin? I will tell you, because what they have done is they have created what is effectively, in my opinion, very similar to the Overwatch League. It is a roadshow that goes internationally to multiple countries, to multiple major cities. It's hermetically sealed in that only a handful of teams are allowed to compete, and the only exceptions to that are generally local teams that will not challenge the hegemony of the league. Oh yes. Oh yes. Spoilers. So what this has done is this has created a very weird situation where, because the Blast is looking to run an event pretty much every month, this now limits what the other tournament organizers can do in the space. And Refresh, who own the Blast, have signed agreements with teams basically saying, if you appear at 5 out of 7 events that we've contracted you for, you will get X amount of money. I don't know how much trickles down to the players yet. I cannot get that information. If any CS players happen to catch this when it's a VOD, or, watching the stream right now and you're involved, you know me by now, guys. You know I can keep I won't keep the secret, but I'll keep the secret that you told me the secret. So, you're protected, you're insulated. My email is, 2F8 and all of that shit. I got a couple of drop boxes. We'll figure something out. But anyway, so I haven't been able to figure out exactly how much or what the players are getting, but basically the teams are being paid to play in this hermetically sealed league. Oh, thank you very much, Jin Furukusu, for the gifted subs. This is going to interrupt the flow, but I love you for it, so thank you. What a way to have the flow interrupted.
Journalism. That's right.
So,
you're not even a real journalism. That's right.
Let me think what I need to talk about next. Yes. So because of that, what this has created is basically what we're calling on by the numbers a soft exclusivity. And by that I mean that you cannot get, currently in the current climate with the Blast, you cannot get all of the good teams to as many events as you could last year. In fact, somebody even did a numerical breakdown, actually, which, let me see if I can find that. Basically, the numbers look really, really bad, right? Because of the soft exclusivity. What you get is you get these very unsatisfying events, because you have the Blast's format was best of ones until the final. So you literally go to the Blast, and if you make it all the way to the final, you play one best of 3. And if you want to get like 3rd or 4th place, and don't get me wrong, 3rd, 4th place playoffs suck ass, but they basically created this like wacky, aim map shit, and it's fine, it makes a change, but that's not very satisfying either. So you literally only get one best of 3 at the Refresh events, and then it's not so much what they do with their events, although Blast events aren't very satisfying. It's like the fast food of esports tournaments, which, look, we all like McDonald's, right? Like, now and then. I just don't want my entire diet to be McDonald's, which I know is ironic coming from a guy who's overweight, but whatever. So the problem becomes because Team Liquid are going to attend multiple Blast events, right in the middle there's a super sick event, an event that is more prestigious, has more history, and they can't go because they're fucking exhausted, they're wiped out, they don't want to, they feel like maybe they don't have to, the money they've made has been kind of offset, whatever it is. So it's really fucking wrecked the scene. Wait, did someone post the link and then did it get deleted? One of my mods might need to send it to me. Yeah, I got it. Thank you, Azan12. All right, so let's start here. Let's have a look at this Blast effect, right? And shout out to who did this. Wait, is this a YouTube video?
Not even a real journalism.
Oh, wait, it's the end of the Shawshank Redemption for Brooks. Just going to make everyone sad if we watch that again. Always a laugh on my streams, guys. Always a laugh, always fun. Right, anyway. So, rest in peace, Brooks. So anyway, you can see this is the year before the Blast was brought in. And you can see that we had 145 games with the top 5 teams involved in total. 1 major and 6 big events with a solid group stage and playoffs. And I'll just turn my camera off down here so you can see the number of 5-star best of 3 matches. These are according to HLTV, the best games, the games of the highest quality. We had 10, right? Now, a 5-star rating on HLTV is super rare, by the way, for a best of 3 series. So I don't know how I feel about that as a metric, because it's subjective voting. It's like saying, 2012 was better for films than 1978 because we had more higher rated Rotten Tomatoes scores that year. And that's very subjective and probably silly in terms of a metric, but whatever, it's there. So since the Blast has come out, so far we've had 67 games by top 5 teams in total, 1 major, 3 big events with a solid group stage and playoffs, and 3 Blast events, and only 4 5-star best of 3 matches. So it's not, so the overall quality has been diminished. The overall amount of times the top teams are meeting each other has been greatly impacted, greatly affected. And best of 3s are the definitive way to play Counter-Strike. It's not even up for debate. It's not even up for discussion. Best of 3s matter. Best of 1s, not so much. Right? So, what were the Blast going to do about it? Because they've been getting absolutely fucking wrecked. We all know Refresh has been getting wrecked about it. So it was a matter of time. We told you what they were going to do on By the Numbers. We told you. Obviously, they were going to switch it up. They had to. Did I say best of 5? I didn't say best of 5. Did someone say best of 5? Best of 5 is... Nah. Best of 5 is a marathon. And nah. Players hate best of 5s. Yeah, good. I'm glad I said best of 3. I'm getting old, so I have to check. So anyway, they announced it. They did what we all knew they were going to do. And that was that, hey, look, everybody. Look at our cool, positive PR spin from the Blast, right? The Blast Pro Series at LA will introduce a front row experience. Very interesting. Oh, we'll come to this in a second. And best of 3 in the semi-finals. Ooh, now we're partying, aren't we, Refresh? Now we're partying. So basically, they said here, look, we're bringing in this front row thing, and for the first time, we're going to have best of 3 semifinals. So now you're going to get 3 best of 3s at the event. They'll probably show those semifinals at the same time, because it's the fucking Blast. But just some of these quotes are unreal. Since day one, we've worked towards Blast being the best possible experience for the core fans and everyone involved or engaged in Counter-Strike, while at the same time appealing to a wider audience. Here's the thing. There is a happy medium, but what you're doing doesn't appeal to core fans at all. Let's just be real about it. You have absolutely fucked what the core fans want, because core fans want best of 3s. Core fans want to be able to watch all the games. Core fans, that's what they care about, right? Like they don't give a fuck about it being a nice quick day or best of 1s or all of that stuff. The fans want to see as much Counter-Strike as possible at a high level as possible and in a format that actually fucking matters. So you sacrificed all of that. And let's be real as to why you did it, because first of all, your current system is largely about cutting costs and cutting corners, right? Because if you have 3 games at the same time, you get out of there quicker, right? And your days are shorter, so you don't have to pay your production crew as much, and you don't have to pay the venue staff as, the security and the cleaners and the yada, 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 as much. the way you do it isn't really about core fans, and it's a ridiculous assertion to say that it is. And while we have always been inspired by the foundation other tournaments organizers have created, we want to bring in engaging and audience-friendly elements inspired by pro sports and other live entertainment forms, says Estrup. And I don't know why it says Estrup and continues. A bit weird. I guess they fucked that up in translation. The Blast Pro Series front row experience has been a dream of ours for a long time. We invite the fans and viewers all the way into the engine room of live Counter-Strike, up close with the players, talent, hosts, the media machine, and to the production of the massive setup a Blast tournament is. There are so many things going on at a tournament that you never get to see as a fan, and we're now opening the doors to it. Studios and stages, we're now opening the doors, that should say to our studios and stages. Whoever translated this did a terrible job. To the live audience and to the viewers at home. So I don't know what front row means, but it sounds like it's going to be some dickhead with a camera. Ooh, look. And, you know, maybe literally putting seats and fans right close to people trying to do a broadcast. Which, let me tell you, as somebody who's had to do that, it fucking sucks. It's not good for you trying to do your job. It's like trying to be a fucking news reporter, you know? You see them dickheads trying to, yeah, well, that's right, Jim. Terrible scenes here outside of the White House. And there's someone behind that going, fucking right in the, you know what I mean? You have to deal with that. There you go. I got the reference, Dr. Isaac, but I'm too afraid to say it on Twitch, even though it's a meme, because of Twitch TOS. Sad lol. We can't be funny anymore. So, and then this quote over here. Every Blast tournament is unique. Wrong. You have replicated the exact format pretty much at all of them. So I don't know what that means. I mean... You know, it's sort of like saying every shit you have is unique. Sure, but the process and the product largely remain the same, right? Like, you know, I sit down, I push, you know, and yeah, a turd comes up my ass, and sometimes, you know, on very rare occasions, it's remarkable, you know, like sometimes, whoop, fucking hell, I'm pissing rusty water. Or sometimes it's teeth marks on the toilet door. But generally, the average poo is the middle of the road, right? It's the middle of the road. And that's kind of like what your Blast format is, isn't it? I mean, it's just middle of the road. You've done the same thing all the time. But whatever. Right, anyway. And we wanted to create something that you do not get anywhere else. I will say this. They absolutely achieved that. They absolutely achieved that. Nowhere else have I seen anything like the Blast. That is true. We've liked the format that we have now, but we are aware that the balance between being cutthroat and competitive has always been swaying towards cutthroat. And we're actively looking at how to tweak that. Now, this is a very interesting framing, because what they're trying to say there is that we think our format is actually too hard. It's too brutal because of the best of ones. It's too cutthroat for the teams. It's not that. That isn't what it is. It's not like some gauntlet, right? Where you have to fucking, you know, oh God, oh, we're playing so many best of ones. Ah, oh, nightmare. It's just so hard. No one's thinking that, right? No one. What it is stupid, because it plays to the underdog. All it takes is one bad veto, and you can fuck yourself out of potentially making it to the final and getting into a money position. And best of ones can be random anyway. I mean, it's not like there's not a decent sized percentage of best of threes where teams win each other's maps, right? I mean, I'd say we see that often enough. It's not like super rare. So the idea of like, well, you know, well, they're really good on this map, Billy, and they got that map, so they're gonna best of ones, all bets are off. Best of three is what should determine who wins when it matters. So it's not cutthroat, it's just stupid. It's just inefficient. You know, it would be like playing one game of Dota, one round of StarCraft, you know. Anything can happen. Like, you get cheesed once, GG, you know. Somebody locks in a fucking last pick broodmother, you know, a few patches ago. You lose the game. GG, you know. That's just how it is. So the same thing can happen in Counter-Strike, and it's stupid to pretend otherwise. And so we have a very open and frank dialogue around the format with some of the main stakeholders in the community, i.e. probably the players, because they're never going to reach to anyone outside of the hermetically sealed league. And over the coming weeks, we're going to formalize this dialogue even further. Blast front row is different, and we know some will love it, while others have different opinions. All we do is about creating the best, most fun, most competitive and entertaining format out there, and I, for one, can't wait to present this one live. Well, okay, good. All sounds very good, doesn't it? I mean, if maybe you're on the fence about refreshing the Blast, and you read this, and you go, well.
That's right.
Holy shit, thanks for the sub then, New Attila. Appreciate it, man. Right? So, if you were on the fence about it, you might think that all sounds great, right? You might think, brilliant. Actually, they've fixed a lot. They're going to change the format, more best of threes. Maybe it's unrealistic in the time frames they want to have more best of threes than just the semifinals. They've listened. Okay, cool. Here's the problem. This event in LA, because it's refresh, they cannot even do positive fucking PR properly. They actually moved the venue at like seemingly the last minute, and they did it in a way that means that because it's a completely different venue and one so far removed from the original, and yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad, Imarbot. You're absolutely on point. They also moved the dates. So, I mean, this is like already weird. I mean, I don't think I've seen an event that sold tickets change venue and dates ever. Ever. Has it happened in the UFC? I mean, I'm talking about esports, right? The UFC with John Jones didn't change dates, though. I thought they just changed state because of John Jones' bullshit, because he's a piece of shit. I think that's all it was. Yeah, they didn't change dates. Yeah, I've seen esports events change venues. I've seen esports events change dates. But I cannot think of one that changed dates and venue. I'm really struggling to. Duncan probably will be able to think of one because he's just a fucking freak like that. But, you know, it's fucking mental that they've done this. So, and I found out about it, not because it was like super trending on Twitter or whatever, or like any form of formal announcement or anything like that. I literally found it on Reddit. Which is bad. You know, I'm a guy who has to be informed, right? I mean, so this was pretty fucking crazy. So here's the thing right off the start. This is somebody saying that they had already bought tickets and that they got an email saying Blast Pro Series is being moved. The event is being moved and will now not be held at the Galen Center at USC, and therefore you will be issued a full refund. Now, listen.
You're not even a real journalism.
These things happen. A refund is obviously completely appropriate and the right way to handle stuff. But, hang on, what's this? Yeah, I can turn these on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I had them turned off for some reason. Right, sorry all the people who subbed and didn't get their name popping up. But it's never as easy as a refund, because if you're going and you book flights and because it's an event and you have confidence that the event is going to take place, you book a flight and you don't bother paying for the insurance in case you have to cancel. I mean, realistically, do you? I mean, sometimes you do, sure, and sometimes it's only, hey, it'll only cost you $19, right? It'll only cost you $19, so yeah, maybe you click on it. A lot of people, when it's more than $19, they don't, because they think, fuck, I'm going to an event. It's immutable, isn't it? It's obviously going to happen, so I'm going to get the flights. So you cannot refund those flights unless you've paid the extra for the insurance. Then maybe you've took some time off work. You know, well, you might be able to go back and say, oh, I can't go now or whatever. You got that. You might have booked hotels, and some hotels don't give you, the full amount back. They take a cut. Not all. Some big chains that you just say like, oh, I'm not actually going to make it right now. Can I cancel it? But some keep it deposits, because they can't sell, the room to other people. So unless, to me, unless you were going to set up some sort of hotline, big up the beak indeed. Unless you were going to set up some sort of hotline to deal with this, which I've seen companies do, and basically be like, for example, when ESEA did the fucking Bitcoin mining thing and it fried people's graphics cards, they did say, like, get in touch with us, tell us when it happened, how it happened, and we'll replace your graphics cards as well as part of their road to atonement. So there's precedent for this kind of thing in our space, in our game even. But just refunding the price of the ticket, not good enough, in my opinion. The Blast Pro Series will be moving to another venue with a brand new, and this is PR bullshit. PR bullshit. This is like what they do in fucking real estate.
The fuck up.
We will be moving to another venue with a brand new, more exclusive, and intimate Counter-Strike experience for everybody by presenting Blast Pro Series Front Row. Right. Now, let me tell you, one of the things they do in real estate, guys, if you ever worked in fucking real estate, you know what I'm talking about. The house is never dilapidated. It's never a shithole. It's a fixer-upper. Some work required. It's never pokey and small. It's cozy and intimate.
That's right.
You use you cloak reality in this, language that you have to learn how to decode it, basically. And let me tell you, right, a brand new, more exclusive, that suggests to me smaller capacity. An intimate venue suggests less space. Because I know I speak bullshit. I actually speak bullshit. I have to speak bullshit to do my job as a journalist, because I have to be able to translate bullshit into reality. So it talks about this Blast Pro Series Front Row stuff again. I'm starting to wonder, because they haven't explained why they've done this either. They haven't, will not. Another reason to hate Refresh, like, they fucking detest transparency. They will lie about what they fucking had for breakfast just to do it. Like, it's pathetic at this point. Like, you owe people an explanation as to the whys, but you're just not going to do it. You're just not going to fucking tell anyone why you've done this. So I think it's either they didn't sell enough tickets for that venue and they panicked and wanted to move to something more intimate, or this concept about doing Blast Pro Series Front Row, there was like something about the Galen Center where they couldn't do it, like maybe security or safety reasons or something, because they've got people like too close to each other, or cameras zip-zapping, zippity-zowing, Bill Cosby and all over the fucking place. I don't know. Right? You receive a full refund and will need to repurchase your ticket for the new venue. And then this guy just added this later. The new location is at 4315 Beverly Boulevard, Los Angeles, CA 90004, United States. Looks like a shithole compared to USC's Galen Center. Laughing my fucking ass off. Well, my friend, that seems a bit cynical. I can't believe they'd go to a worse venue. Why would they do that? That'd be silly, right? I mean, they've obviously thought about it. It isn't like a last-minute scramble or anything. We'll take a look at the venue in a second. Perhaps more insultingly than just we're moving the venue and we're moving the dates and here's a refund and go fuck yourself. They also upped the price of admission. So the tickets went up from 25 to 100. So basically what happened was, right? And I'll break this down. This guy basically got his ticket for $25, but that's before fees, all the processing stuff. So it was $34 that he got at the Galen Center. But when his ticket was refunded, when he went to get a ticket for the new venue, the new times, the new dates, tickets were starting at $99 USD. $99. Now, this hasn't been explained. I don't understand how that happens. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that seems very odd. Just to loop in as well, Sir Scoots, he gave his thoughts. We all love Scott round here. He said the Blast format change is a step in the right direction, changing the venue location last minute, plus not upgrading current ticket holders at no cost to the holders for new venue ticket is a mistake. This is a guy, by the way, you know, as I've said many times, Scott actually works in, you know, he's worked with events. Scott's done the Olympics. You know what I mean? He knows about the sort of corporate gold standard of sporting events. Still a conflict that they also own a team that competes at some of their events. Good on you, Scott. We'll get that in. And then this guy replied, new venue equals new costs for them, no? For me, it makes sense that they scale their ticket prices with the amount of money they have to spend. Also, with the conflict of interest, what should Refresh do? Sell the most successful team of all time. And Scott replies, it's not a better venue, which you're about to see, nor is it bigger. So the logic that their last-minute decision being more expensive to them does not mean the new ticket price is at the proper price. Yes, sell the team, or don't be a TO in the same game. Sentiments I agree with. So this is the fucking punchline, guys. I don't know if you're ready for this. So just to recap. They changed the dates. They changed the venue. They upped the ticket price to 3 times what you would have paid to go to the better and bigger venue. Somebody took some pictures and put them up on Twitter. This is this is that Michael fucking Scott gif. Like that one, it's bad, guys. Get ready. So here you go. That is the legendary Galen Center. Fuck. How's it real? It's basically a building tacked onto a furniture store. Now, this guy did this, right? And this isn't fair. This is not accurate, but it's funny. So I'm going to show it to you anyway. That's the USC Galen Center on the inside. That's an HD Buttercup store. But that is not the actual inside. That's not the actual inside of the venue. I have a picture of the inside. And honestly, I'll try not to be too mean, I guess. Let me just show you. Where did I put the picture of it? I think I closed it down by accident. Someone did post a picture. I think it's on the front page of Reddit. I'll get it. You can see. God damn you, ECS, taking over the front page. Right, that's the IDEX tweet. Here it is. I've got it. Right. So here's the picture. This is what it looks like inside. Nowhere near as big as the Galen Center, but you can basically see that they've got this like kind of warehouse, this open space. But it still isn't
You're not even a real journalist.
impressive, really.
That's right.
You know, not in league with what they've even done at other events. But this is supposedly the interior of the space they're going to get. You will notice that, you know, it starts to make sense, doesn't it? That they're doing a pioneering, intimate experience. Yeah, fucking hell. How many people you get in there? 400? Like, of course it's going to be fucking intimate. Now, it'll look good when they put the stage and everything in there. Right? But it'll look sick. It will look sick. But I don't know what's gone on. And I think Refresh should be forthcoming with answers. Why have you changed the dates? Why have you changed the venue? Why is this venue such a downgrade from the other venue? You know, like, people need to know. What are you going to do about people that maybe have, like, flights they can't change and hotels they can't afford? Like, they haven't. Like, I don't understand. Like, maybe I'm losing my mind again, guys. You know, the vein's starting to go, isn't it? Right? It's an early stream today. I can't start drinking. I promised I wouldn't. I'm not gonna drink. But maybe I'm losing my mind, right? Because it seems to me that you must know all of this is going to come out. You've just emailed hundreds of people, maybe thousands. Maybe 1,500, I don't know, who bought tickets or are on your fucking mailing list. And you've just told them this shit. So you don't think one of those people is going to take this to Reddit or social media? How do you not get ahead of this? And just saying, we're going to give you a really cool, intimate experience. Yeah! Your venue's the same size as a fucking elevator. Of course it's going to be fucking intimate, you mad cunts. What are you doing? You've got to tell me why.
Hello, Dad. Happy for you to fix the YouTube shite. Many
Thank you.
Thanks for all the content you've made over the years. Yeet.
Yeet indeed, Rekovic. Appreciate the $5.
Where are they having the desk? The fucking shed.
I don't know.
You're
Yeah.
well rich.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think the stage is, yeah, like you say, in a fucking shed out back. It's ridiculous. So appreciate the $5 there, Luke, and cheers for the donation. So it is fucking madness. It is madness that they haven't just got ahead of this story and given us a definitive statement. They just never learn. They just never learn. Let's just wrap this segment of today's stream up by giving you just a little recap of how Refresh have handled everything. When I say we, it's the royal we, when I exposed that Refresh owned multiple teams, what did I say? I told them, I said, they own multiple teams. They look at them, they're doing it. Here's the contract. They said, no, we don't. Definitely not. We would never do that. We just do the media rights. That's all we do. So then I went and got a contract that proved they own it. And then they went, oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, you're right. You got us. You got me. You got us with that whole ownership thing. Right? So the first time, they lied. Right. Then we fucking nail them with, fucking what else? I mean, shit, man. I can't even keep up with all the bullshit they've done.
That's right.
When I went public about Nicola Nyholm emailing fucking E-League to try and get me fucking disciplined because of all the videos I was doing, nailing them on their shit. He denied that. I saw the email. I read the fucking thing. I wasn't having a group hallucination with my boss in a room. Like, it wasn't like, All right, Lenny Daniels, me and you will drop the fucking acid tab at the same time, and maybe we'll have the same trip, eh? What? Yeah, fuck, refresher out to get me, wait. Read that email, Lenny. Like, that didn't go down like that, did it? It was just fucking real. You lied about that. Then we nailed you on the fucking soft exclusivity. You said it weren't like that. Then you did that embarrassing interview on HLTV where you literally copped to it being like that. And not only is it like that, but you're going to expand it and make it more like that than it already was. Because you're idiots.
I know some events have a caster couch for a laid-back feeling, but holding it in a furniture store seems like a bridge too far. Kappa.
Mega Kappa, dude. Mega Kappa. Appreciate all the subs coming in, by the way. So, you know, what are we doing? What the fuck? You just lie all the time. You never get ahead of shit, and you never put a definitive statement out. And again, you're just insulting everyone's intelligence now with this shit. It's insulting all of the fucking, right. Your goodwill with the community, right, was hanging on by a fucking thread. It was already hanging on by a fucking thread.
1 year, Dad.
Yes, Funks. Appreciate it, dog. You fucked up the best team in Counter-Strike Go history. Congrats. With this fucking ownership, making them go to your events bullshit. You fucked them. Right? The community don't like that. We like good Counter-Strike in the Counter-Strike community. It's mental, I know. Not all of them, you know. Some are Cloud9 fans. Let that one sit there for a bit, I think. But you know what I mean? In the CS community, we like good fucking Counter-Strike, right? And we want to see good Counter-Strike played as often as possible. And Astralis play the best Counter-Strike. Sublime Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike on a level I have never seen before. Zonic, the giant, you know, brain. It's like you see, it's a second brain down there. He can't lose the weight, or it's all over. He's a fucking double brain genius.
Not even a real journalism. That's right.
Reykjavik with the gifted subs. It's madness. You know how good they are, and your parent company. Let's just assess this. Can anybody explain to me if there's ever been an instance of a parent company of a team doing all they can to make their number one team in the world number 3, like doing all that? Right, you're not going to compete in a real event for 3 months, guys. But wait, we will lose our number 1 spot in the ranking. Don't worry about that. Just come to these blast events. Yeah, but why? Like, we can do both, can't we? Like, just have a scope with fewer. No, this is way more important to our business model now. Fuck, I can't. I've never seen it before. It's mental. And no, you can't compare them to Infinite. I will not have that said. Refresh are pretty fucking bad. Infinite are on another fucking level. No way. Right, because I'm talking about knocking your number 1 team down to number 3. Infinite took the number 1 team, the biggest brand, and then went, we don't really need Call of Duty, do we? You fucking morons! Right, anyway, that's something else entirely. I've never seen it. I've never seen what this parent company's done. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, I just don't understand how they can look at the community goodwill right now at an all-time low. The number 1 team, not number 1 anymore. People don't like it. They're calling them Blastralis because you're making them go to your fucking events. I bet the players don't like that, right? People are now talking about boycotting watching the Blast. And rightly fucking so, because you are harmful to the fabric of our game. And when you had the chance with HLTV to set the record straight, you were so fucking bad at this, you couldn't even tell the right kind of lies. So now the community hate you, and now you do this. And you don't think, wait a minute, guys. Every Reddit thread I read about Refresh and the Blast right now is super negative. Maybe we could just, I don't know, put out a comprehensive press release explaining why. Here's what happened. We're super sorry about it, but, we've got good reasons. And yeah, you know what? We're going to make right by the people that buy tickets again. We're going to take the hit financially. I know you got the money, Joe. I know that you've got the money because I've seen the money that you make because you have to declare it. Isn't Denmark wonderful like that? So let's not pretend you don't have the money in the bank to take the financial hit here. And let's be fucking real. When you do something incompetent as a corporation, it's not for the consumers to bail you the fuck out. The whole point is you take the hit. You fucked up. You lose the money. Oh, it's going to eat into your profit margins to basically give people the $34 at a venue that you're going to charge $99 for, which makes no fucking sense because it's a furniture store. So we all know you can fucking set whatever price you want, but you're going to make them take the $66 hit to bail your incompetence out. Doesn't work like that in the real world, guys. And the esports community, yeah, they get fucking fleeced way too often. They're not going to tolerate it for much longer. They're not going to put up with your shit. I'm not going to put up with your shit.
You're not even a real journalism. That's right.
So, that's the Blast news. So, if you're a Counter-Strike fan, we'll wrap this up here, Griff. If you're a Counter-Strike fan, just enough's enough, guys. Like, let's actually start this now. I'm on board. Boycotts are generally silly and won't get anything done in esports. And I've never been one like say, get all up in sponsors, grills or whatever. But this is getting fucking dumb. It's just getting so stupid right now. It's like when you identify a fucking negative force like this, when you see a tumor just getting bigger and bigger on the cut it the fuck out. Get it out now. It's time. So I don't know what form that surgery can take, but it's got to fucking happen. Maybe it's writing to sponsors and saying, look, they massacred my boy. The Audi know what's going on with Blastralis. Who fucking knows? Definitely not buying a $99 ticket for one day to go to an inferior fucking event. Like any of the people who live attend this or were gonna live attend it, I implore you, do not. You are encouraging the worst practice. It's like pre-ordering a video game. You're contributing to a net negative in the industry that people will continue to do if you do not stand up to it. Don't fucking watch it. And if you do fucking watch it, don't fucking whitelist it. Not that that makes any difference. Just don't watch it. Enough's enough. And I don't agree with cancel culture. Right? This isn't, for me, when you target it at a corporation, which is what they are, it's not cancel culture. I don't want you to take it out on Astralis. I don't want you to take it out on the players. I don't even want you to take it out on the individuals that make up this disgusting, mass of fucking bullshit. But I absolutely do want the Blast to fucking fail right now. And I can't get my mind set to another place.